If you're struggling to get your drums to hit like this, or maybe like this, then you're in luck, because in this video, I'm gonna show you this one plugin that will instantly level up your drums and make your beats hit. And the best part is it's completely free. It's called Clipper by Initial Audio. Let me show you how to set it up. So first things first, of course, go to the website, initialaudio.com, find the Clipper plugin. It's free. Download the appropriate version for either Mac or Windows and just get it opened up in your DAW. Now, what we need to do next is group all of our drums so we can process them together at once. You might be thinking of people that use FL, you know, you just put it on the master and that's it. We can do that, and we are gonna do that later. But if you stick around, I'm gonna show you how you can use 2 instances of Clipper together to kind of get the best sound out of this plugin. So for that first instance, just group them together, either do like a bus or a send or an aux. There's so many different names for the same thing. We just want to process the drums all at once with 1 instance of Clipper. Now in this session, I have 3 different styles of drum bounce: West Coast, drill, and trap. So you can kind of hear how it affects different types of drums, different drum samples. Let's go ahead and start off with the West Coast one. So I've grouped these together. I'm going to open up the plugin and I'm just going to have it bypass to start off so you can hear what we're working with. All right, so we have our levels set. We do still want to have like a good mix going into this plugin. It's not going to fix a bad mix, but when we open it up, you'll see that all the parameters are set like this by default. We have input gain, threshold, positive saturation, and negative saturation. This is where the sauce really is, this negative saturation. We're going to talk more about this later. For now, I'm going to go ahead and run the beat back and start messing with the threshold to get my levels set. So right away, you'll notice everything's hitting harder, everything seems more glued together, more compressed, and overall just sounds better. Now to give you an idea of a different drum bounce, let's head over to the drill section. So here's the drill beat without the Clipper turned on. And here's that same drill section with Clipper turned on. Just instantly meaner, dude. And a pro tip I figured out while making this video is if this scope, you know, moving while playing is kind of making your computer freeze up, just click somewhere in here, it'll pause it. It's just really nice. It makes it not lag or glitch at all. Now, if you like the vocals you've been hearing throughout the beats in this video, I actually made those myself completely from scratch using my voice, and I included over 100 of them in a kit that costs only $5. My favorite part though is that they're completely royalty free for selling beats as well as getting placements. So if you're interested in something like that, it'll be at the first link at the top of the description. All right, let's move on to the trap drums, and then I'm going to show you guys how you can set up 2 instances of Clipper like I mentioned earlier in the video, one on the drum group and then one on the master. So first, let's get the one on the group dialed in. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and push this over to the side, and then on my master I have Soothe, which is just getting rid of some harsh or weird frequencies. I have the instance of Clipper that I'm gonna open in a second. And then I have the God Particle, which I usually just mess with this knob in the middle and make sure my levels and EQ and everything is okay. This plugin, by the way, is incredible. This is a bit pricey, but it's worth every penny. Absolutely love this as like a final mastering plugin. But right in between, we have this second instance of Clipper, which I'm gonna dial in a lot more subtly. Like I'm not gonna go as crazy. I'm barely touching the positive saturation and I'm just leaving the negative saturation at default. Really, I'm just gonna mess with the threshold. This just, to me, gives it that extra like 5 to 10% boost of like really pushing it over the edge. And it also glues all the musical elements together with the drums, but it doesn't have the drums hitting it so hard as if it were the only instance of Clipper, if that makes sense. So let me show you. And just as a reminder, let's go back to that first beat, the West Coast one. Let me turn off both plugins and then you can hear the before and after with both turned on. All right, so here's the first beat, the West Coast one with neither Clipper plugin turned on. All right, let's go ahead and turn on the one on the drum group as well as the master. Don't forget, you can grab over 100 trap vocal samples for only $5 at the first link in the description. And if you want to learn how to make vocal samples using your own voice, click this video right here. Peace and God bless.